fashion team, your go-to source for everything that's in and out in the world of fashion. I'm Daphne Brogdon.
And I'm Lawrence Zarian, and we are literally busting at the seams because I'm sure you've heard the news. Joining us today is the gorgeous, the sexy, the chic Vanessa Williams. Now, let me ask you.
Yeah.
How long have you known what you were going to wear today?
Well, I did know. I'll tell you, we planned this dress a week ago because I was trying on stuff because, let me tell you, I can't look like this on my own. I need the wardrobe help. And we were like, either this dress should be for an award show or for when Vanessa Williams is here. So I had to, I mean, I got butterflies in my stomach. I'm so excited she's here.
I have been nervous all week, and this morning when I was shaving, I grabbed my cologne and I'm like, oh, does Vanessa want Boucheron or does she want Jo Malone? And I'm a
like
little
a
nervous. Yeah, so I have a date with Vanessa Williams.
I'm here too. I'm the third wheel.
Okay, well, are you ready for the style icon?
Yes.
All right, I'm literally busting at the seams, and I think my inner child has to be let loose. It gives me great pleasure to introduce the devilishly divine. She plays Wilhelmina Slater on ABC's Ugly Betty. And as you can tell, I'm a little nervous because she's earned an Emmy nomination for that role, but she's also poised to take home 2 SAG Awards on Sunday. Please say hello to the one and only Vanessa Williams.
Hi, I'm Daphne. Thank you so much for being here.
Good to see you.
Thanks for joining us.
We really are like beside ourselves that you're here.
Why?
Well, you're just like, well, first style icon, and we're like already like, look at the red shoes.
Look at the red
You
shoes,
know
yeah.
what? I just ripped these off my daughter actually backstage. So
Excellent.
Sergio Rossi just opened their new boutique. And these were the opening night shoes that we purchased. So
style runs in the
there we
family.
go. Yeah, oh, yeah. She's actually at FIT in New York. At
nice.
Fashion Institute of.
Aren't you proud?
Yeah,
well, I have trained my 2-year-old to watch Ugly Betty with me because it's one of my favorite shows. She goes, "There's Betty."
So most of the jokes go over your 2-year-old's
But you know what?
head, I
It's
assume.
colorful and it's fast, so she can watch it.
Yeah, exactly.
And congratulations on the 2 SAG Awards.
Thanks.
Nominations.
Thanks. Yeah, you know, it's our year 2 for us, so we're happy.
Were you surprised at the success of the show?
You know, it's one of those things that I've been involved in pilots that didn't get picked up and shows that went 3 and then, you know, nothing. So you never know. We shot it in New York, then they moved us out here. We didn't know whether we had the same creative staff and everything. So it's morphed and worked, and people watched and hung in there.
How does it feel to be nominated by your peers?
Oh, in terms of the SAGs, it's great. Because, you know, those are the...
They know.
They know the work, they know who's got the chops and who doesn't, who's worked forever, and they know the real deal. So.
You have the chops. I have to tell you, I rewound 5 times when you took out, and I'm saving this for a rainy day, and by God, it's pouring. I mean, I was like, ah!
That was my Betty Davis moment.
Oh my God, isn't that so fun to do?
You know, our writers, who we love,
Yeah.
write these tasty, delicious things, and it gets better and better and better. And the more they know you and what your strengths are, they just throw them, and I hit them out of the park.
As an actor, what are you going through with the strike?
Well, it's been 2 months now. We were lucky when they went on strike. We had 3 more episodes to shoot, so we worked for a good through another month. So we were lucky to have some work. But now it's been, we're anxious to have it all.
Yeah, of
Resolved.
course. Of course. I know. It's nice to have some time with your family. We want to get back to work.
Exactly.
All right, well, not only do we know you for your wonderful on-screen work, but you're always one of our favorites to watch on the style front. So, I mean, you just get it right all the time. So I want to look at some of your... you know, some of your style choices on the red carpet. Like, do you have a motto when you dress? Because you just do it right.
I don't like looking like a lot of people, so it's kind of like, okay, if everyone's going to wear this, let me not.
So this was a great, you know, you kind of took a risk there because you not only had a beautiful gown, but you also had the
let me tell you
jacket.
the preparation, being a mother of 4 and not really having a lot a time, or I mean, the funny thing is, I'm not really a fashion icon. It's like,
well,
what's
you
the
are
award
now.
show? What
But I have to
where's
tell
the
you, you are
dress?
now. You definitely are now.
Kind of are now.
So this was one of those crazy moments where one was going on a plane, one was flying in. I had something else to do. I had one dress. It was freezing. You know, things were thrown at me. I did my own hair because my hairstylist wasn't available until. So I threw on this fall. I had a dress that I'd worn, which is Carmen Mark Valbo, and then at the last minute I threw on a fur because I was freezing. If I were to do it all again, I would have taken off the fur and maybe did the hair a little less.
Now let's talk about this look that you wore to the Emmys, which is actually one of my favorite looks. I thought this was spectacular.
Oh, well, this is Kevin. This is
Look
Kevin
at
Hall.
that, Kevin Hall.
He called as soon as the nomination came out, and he said, I have a dress that no one has worn, and I have it in mind for you.
Yeah.
And I went through the rigmarole of, getting a bunch of stuff in, and then I said, okay, let me see it. And it came over, and it's mint green feathers. So
Your first thought when you saw the dress?
Well, I love the color, but I was like, okay, this is just dying for some comments. And I know I was going to hear them.
Right.
But when I put it on and we started doing the alterations, I said, you know what? It's spectacular. And it's stunning.
And
it's
you.
one of a
Said,
kind.
Yeah, you don't want to look like anybody else.
Exactly.
And that color with your eyes.
And everybody was talking about it.
Yeah, well,
So
feathers were
that's-
in.
yeah.
Yeah, so I was
All right, well, let's see what you
forecasting.
wore at the SAG Awards last year. So,
that was
talk
Pamela-
about
This
color.
color
Rowland, yeah.
knocked
Aqua.
it out of the park.
Yeah.
Tell us about that.
Pamela Rowland, Aqua, and again, these great long turquoise earrings that my makeup artist Kate Best had given me. And it's bone straight hair, and that was like a few weeks after, the big hair for the Golden Globes.
You wanted
So it was
to show
like
your hair
complete-
range.
Now,
Show my range.
between those two looks, with the hair or this look, what did you like the best? If you could choose one of your looks that you liked better.
Well, that was easier.
Yeah.
The straight hair, the straight bang, and then I had my, my Oscar James, my #1 guy, doing it, so it was great. But as a recording artist, which I've done for over 20 years, you're doing videos, you're doing 10 looks all the time,
Yeah.
and on stage you're throwing on wigs and stuff. So I'm used to changing my look and being a chameleon.
Well, Eduardo Castro, your costume designer, was on here, and he was fabulous. And he was saying that you really know how to wear clothes, that you have a really good sense of that, and that you do have an input in what you
Well,
do.
I think, at 44 years old, you know your body, you know your
Yeah.
strengths and your weaknesses. And at a woman of a certain age, over 40, I mean, there's some things that I won't even do. But, but in terms of Wilhelmina and her class and what she's achieved, and being in the corporate world, too. I look at a lot of other editors and see what they're wearing, what's in, what's out, and their taste level.
Has it affected your own personal style?
Not really, because, I leave the set and I get my sweater on and my jeans on.
Exactly.
And,
So is that-
flip-flops.
Exactly. You're a mom.
When Vanessa Williams gets home, what are the must-have things that you wear?
A good comfy pair of jeans or corduroys, for sure. Flip-flops, I live in them. East Coast and West Coast, if I can get away with them.
See, I told you she's just like us.
I know.
I told
Yeah,
you.
right. All right, we have to hold the chatter for just a bit, but when we come back, we will talk to Vanessa more about her red carpet style and meet her secret fashion weapon. Stay with us.